Hey viewers, you are welcome back to Success Fashion Academy. Thank you for always being there. I'm so sorry I've not been posting lately. I've been having light issues in my area, but thank God it has been restored. So today I'm going to be working on this fabric. Thank you for those that are subscribed to our channels, and if you have not done so, please do so, as you'll be getting notification anytime we post a new video. Today I'm going to be working on this project. Can see it's a cowl shirt dress. It's a very lovely dress, and you can either wear it on trousers, you can wear it all alone, but for me I'm going to be wearing it alone. I'm not wearing it on trouser. So you need, for this project, you need 2 or 2.5 yards of material. If you are going to be wearing it on a trouser, you can use 2 yards, but for me that I'm not wearing it on a trouser, it's going to be below my nail, a little bit below my nail. So I'm going to be using 2.5 yards. So I've already divided the fabric into two. This is one part. This, I'm starting with the back panel first, because it's a button down shirt in the front and a shirt collar. You can actually do it a bishop collar, you can actually do it a shirt collar, but for me I'm going to be doing a shirt collar. So let's start. So the next thing is to put my measurement for the back. You can see it from here. The back is on fold. There is no slit at the back. Please don't do that mistake. It's only the front that there is an opening. So the back neck is going to be 3 inches by 1.5 inch down. 3 inches by 1.5. After that, you measure your shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 8. After that, my sleeve is 24. So 20 will go for my measurement here, while the remaining 4 inches will be for the band, because it's going to be having a band at the wrist here. So the sleeve length is 20. I have my 20 here, and at the wrist here, you can either do it with gathers, you can either leave the band like that, but you know that when we are doing cufflinks for shirt, we normally put gathers here. But for this to be very beautiful, you can put a gathers here. So if your round sleeve is like my own round sleeve now is 8, that means 8 divided by 2, that is 4. I'm not going to be making it that 4. I'm going to times it, put that actual 8 there, so that I'll use the remaining as gather. So I'll measure 8 here. So, and I told you it's a cowl dress, it's a free dress. You don't need to be putting your bust circumference, your waist circumference, your hip circumference. You don't need it. But the down, there is a shape at the down, because it's a cowl. How do you get the down? You divide your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 6 inches, 5 or 6 inches. Get it right. Your hip, how to get the M line, the down, for it to have that cowl shape. You divide your hip divided by 4 plus 5 or 6 inches. For me, I'm going to be using 5 inches. So my hip is 40. So plus, that is 10, plus 5, that is 15. I'm going to mark it. So the next thing is for me to connect from that 15 that I measure. I'm going to be connecting it to my round sleeve here. I'm going to connect it together. That is where I'll cut. So that's where I cut. So for this I'm going to be giving the down a small shape, just like a round shape, but not too much like TM. I just remove that size small. So this is the back panel now. The neck is 3 inches width by 1.5 inches length. So this is for the back panel. So for the front panel, you are going to make it unfold. You can see this is unfold, but the front we have opening at the front. Please get that right. It's going to have an opening at the front part. So I've already folded the front. You can see the front is going to be having a button down. So we fold it by 2 inches. I've already folded the front by 2 inches, and the neck here, I've already cut the front neck. The neck is length 3 by width 3. You know the back is width 3 by length 1.5, but for the front, because of your neck, so that it will not be hanging your neck. The back is always up. It's going to be 3 inches by 3.5. So the same thing, you are going to place your back on it the same way and cut it out. The only thing that makes the difference there is your neck width, the neck length. You can see the way I'm placing it. It's the same thing. So you are going to cut it out same way. It's only the neck that is the difference. So I'm cutting the front out now. So you can see it's the same way. The only difference is the neck, and this is the neck. The front is 3 inches width by 3 inches length, while the back is 3 inches width by 1.5 length. So at the down, I remove a small one there. So I'm going to be doing it for the front too. So this is how it's going to look like. So I open it. This is the front. Take a look at it like this. So this is the front panel. It's going to be 2-piece. So you see the front, you can see it. It's going to be 2-piece. While this is the back, is on fold. You can see it's a big top. And I'm making my own a gown. I told you I'm not wearing trousers on it. You can actually wear it to your office, because I'm rocking this to office. Thank you. So I'll show you the sewing video in the next video. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. So I'll go to the machine now. I'll show you the sewing part of it. So I'm now on my machine about to sew it. So this is my collar. I told you it's going to be a shirt collar. I've already gummed the collar to the clothes. Though the collar is removing, you know that these they are not that good again. So this is the collar. I told you it's a shirt collar. I'm not doing bishop collar. So for the band here, I'm going to be using this. So I told you the length of the band is 4 inches. So I cut it 4.5 inches so that I will use the half inches to join it to the body. And my round sleeve is 8. On fold, that is 4. So this is 5. I'm going to be using 5. So I'm going to be sewing it by 1 inch down. So this is my band for the sleeve. So this is it. This is the collar that I'm going to use, and this is the band. So for the front panel, I've ironed it out. The front that I'm going to bend, the 2 inches that I bend inside, I've already ironed it so that it will be neat while sewing. So you are going to sew it in. So I'm going to sew it in now. This is the front, the button allowance that I'm folding. That is why I iron it, because the material is soft. So I don't want it to be shifting from the original line. So this is one side like this. I'm going to be doing it for the second side so you can see it. So you can actually cut away this excess here and the thread. So this is the neck. So the second side, I'm going to bend the second side too for the button. So this is it. I've already bent it. So I'm going to be sewing it inside. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be joining it to the back. This is the back panel. You see it's just a round neck at the back. So I'm going to be joining it from the shoulder downwards to the neck. I'll start from the shoulder to the neck. Look at it this way. You see it? See the two hands by half an inch. So straight down to the neckline. So if it remains on the neck, it's good because I'm still going to retrim for collar. This is the first one I've joined it. So I'm going to join the second part, and I'm going to observe it from the wrist. I told you I'm starting from the wrist so that you won't make mistake. It can remain on the neck. You are still going to retrim the neck. So I'm sewing the second side by half an inch. That is the shoulder. So I'm through with both sides, both shoulder now. You can see how big it is. So the next thing for me to do is to join the sides. Before I join the sides, I'm going to be placing the band on the sleeve that you have already cut out. You can see I notched the middle of the band. I notched the middle, and I'm going to be placing it on the middle of this one. So this is how I'm going to sew it. Though I don't want to weave this band side, so I'm going to be sewing it like a ready-made. I don't want it to show. So I'm going to be taking one. I open it into two. I took one, and I'm going to cover it up by the time I'm through with the pleats. So I start the pleat. This is the notching of the band, and this is the notching of the fabric. So the remaining will be pleated on the sleeve. You can see. It's pleated on the sleeve, and I will use it to cover it. You know, it's on fold because I want both the inside and the outside to be neat, for you to have a neat job. So I'm going to use it to cover it up. That's the essence of making it unfold. You see how it's looking very neat. You see the inside and the outside. Not that I'll be needing to weave it. So the next thing is me joining the band. You can see our dress is already having shape. So my wrist is 8, that is 4. So I'm going to be taking it down to the down. I'm not going to be giving it a slit for some people, but if you are wearing it on a trouser, you might give it a slit. But for me, I'm not giving it a slit. You see my hand. So I'm going to be doing the second. You see the way I sew it, I did not just fold the two together. I separated it. I want it to cover both the inside and the outside. And that's how to do a neat job. So I'm covering it up. You cover the sewing. And now sew the side also. I'm through with both sides now. I'm through with both sides now. So this is my shirt, cowl shirt dress. Wow. So the only thing that remains now is my collar. So the neck is 15. I've already cut out my collar, so I'm going to sew it. Please, whenever you are putting collar, whether it's on a shirt or on anything, try and use tape to cut out your collar, not fabric. And this is the collar. So I'm going to be putting this one on top of it to cover it. You can see the way I'm covering it up, the down. So after then, I'm going to trace the back of the stay. Please don't sew on the stay, because if you sew on the stay, it will be too thick. It will not make your collar to be neat. So I'm going to be tracing the back of the stay. It's because of this stay now, it's not that strong. So here you come 1, 2. You lift your shoulder, you start sewing again. I'm loving this dress already without wearing itself. So you come here 1, 2. So you start again. You can see I'm following the shape of the collar. So I'm through with the collar now. I'll trim away the excess. When you are trimming, you leave half an inch for us to join to the body. So I trim it here too. Follow the shape. I say I'm following the shape. So after that, you are going to bring it out. I'm using a tiny object to bring it out. I'm using my picker. Please don't use scissors. Your scissors can cut the tip and it will damage your collar shape. So I'm bringing it out. I'm going to be putting collar bone, so that for the, the fabric is a soft fabric. So this is my collar. I'll show you how to put my collar bone. This is what we call collar bone. It's a flexible plastic. You can see it, but it has the shape of a collar. So I'm going to be putting it here. You see it, the shape. I'm going to be putting it here. So it helps your collar not to shift, not to be folding. I'm going to be putting it here, but I'll first of all sew it to the fabric so that it won't shift. So the next thing is I'm going to use it to measure my neck, if it's okay or I should retrim or it's too big. So I'm doing it this way. You are putting it on the neck, so you have to test where you are putting it, whether it's too big or it's too small. Wow, it's accurate. I have to sew one side first. You don't just sew collar straight, you tack it down here. So I'll sew it. So I'll fix the collar on the neck before I put the collar bone. So you open it up, because this is the one I'm sewing to the shirt. You can see it's accurate, but if it's not accurate, you have to hold your shoulder a little bit. And don't forget, the neck I used was 3 inches width by 3 inches length. So your collar must not be too big, so that it can hold your neck. So once I've finished joining it to the body, I'm going to turn it like I used to do. So this collarbone we have to go in now. So you can actually sew your collarbone down for it not to shift. Better still, let me sew it down because it's very flexible, it can shift. You can see the way I'm putting it. It's not just straight. You will see how to fix it in a collar tutorial. So I'm going to sew it like this. It will stay on the collarbone and turn. So fixing the collarbone on the second side, this is the way to fix it. It's not going straight like this. It's not that I'm putting it straight like this. It's going to be having a shape like this, like a triangular shape. So when I'm putting it inside, it's not going to come straight. It's because it's a cut together collar. If it's the collar that I'll cut differently, I don't need to be doing this before I put it. So I've secured the collarbone. See the work of the collarbone? It will help your collar to stay right. This is it inside. So I'm going to turn this place in. So I'm turning this place in now, covering my collar up. Jet is now ready. So the next thing is I'm going to do this middle. For the collar bending. So this is it. I'm through with the collar. So this is my collar, and the only thing that remains is the down part. I told you I give it a small shape like a TM. So I'm going to be bending the down. So let your joining face the back, and the other side too, you let it face the back too. So both sides will face each other at the back. That's how to sew down of a shirt or a dress. So as I'm almost at the last edge, I'll have to check the length, maybe it's accurate. So I'll start from the collar side. This is the collar. I'll start like this. I'll check it down. I'll check it down so that one will not be longer than each other. So the remaining I'll bend. See the way I do it, so that both lengths will be on the same page. So right about now, I'm through with a cowl shirt dress. Wow, it's a cowl. You see, it's cut together with the sleeve and a band. Right about now, I'm through with our shirt, cowl shirt dress. You can see the effect of the cowl. You can see it's cut together with it. You see the band, you see the side. By the time I iron it, you see it. So it's a cowl shirt dress with band. There's the band. I told you can actually not put a pleat, but if you want, see, this is the collar. You see it. So it's having a cowl at the side. It's going to be a shirt dress at the same time, a cowl at the side. You can see there is no bust measurement. This measurement, this is the back. You see how it's looking at the back. So lovely. You see it. It's a free top. It's all down. I told you can either be worn on trouser, but for this I'm wearing it alone. You can see the way it is. By the time this is the front that I'm going to put button, that's why I use the pin to hold it by the time I put button. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I would like to see you in my next video. Please, if you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe to our channel so that you can watch more tutorials. Thank you so much. Success Stitches loves you.
My personal baby do personal thing for me. She a killer for me. She do whatever just for me. Me I no go let go. Girl, you in my mind every fucking time. And when I'm feeling so low,